Así que, Ministerio de Seguridad Argentina, continúas haciendo todo el mismo tipo de trabajo de destrucción de mi persona, continúas manipulando y organizando, premeditando, acompañando toda obra criminal. Y en medio de todo esto seguís dilusiva entre sensitividades y obras de corruptores y de criminales peligrosos, con el perdón de algunos, víctimas, Bus, Baen, Alacol, de todos ustedes, a la realidad de hacer lo que no se tiene que hacer y a la realidad de no hacer lo que se tiene que hacer. Y encima, los jueces K que siguen mintiendo y siguen engañando y siguen haciendo una muy clara moraleja, que es exactamente el engaño y la mentira y la maldad, para ser criminales, con el perdón de algunos victimizados. Y decís encima que todo lo que yo hice no lo hice yo, sino que fue robado para traer toda la plata de vuelta, el plan. Pero nunca dejaste de hacer una lesa humanidad sobre el Estado de Israel, ni sobre las comunidades judías, ni sobre mí. Y tenés claridad y conciencia de todo lo que haces y lo que sos, y lo justificás por tu patria. Y decís que vas a hacer yo y que querés todo lo que yo tengo. Your Honors, Melech, this is nothing like to say, and this is nothing like to put in evidence, but already put it. It's exactly the class of circumstances that are still happening all around, with the supposed orders of Kirchners and supposed orders of UNASUR, that since yesterday and the day before are rolling all over the world to taking justice and state parties and the whole that we have been working, and saying that I have no capacities and I am nothing. Kept on destroying my life, kept on destroying to me, the same to everyone, which could ever making something at the reference of what it means justice and orders and the right track, the defense of victims. This is exactly like we have no idea sometimes how to keep on going in the middle of such a very number of destroyers, which are all willing to keep on making the same. I have no idea sometimes, but I do at the end, about how to keep on going with this class of things. It's not really so plausible. The class of arguments that Kirchner has given to you, we know it. At the end, they made them the whole of the time is passing by. Come on, let's make it this way. At the end, people forget. And the real clear fact of this is that they kept on making the same class of things to me and pouring all over the states that I'm a liar, that I never had nothing and I couldn't have it. I supposed to destroy myself and I supposed to destroy my voice and I made this to myself for the proof, saying that I couldn't do nothing away. So suddenly it will be a self-conspiring character in the real fact of I will done, but I will never done, so I will cause the damage myself to taking and robbing money to the state of Argentina for this humanity reimbursements with a very scores of nothing ever done and all forged or stolen. The real of this is something extra. And nothing ever stopped to be kept on bringing to me and to us, and kept on saying that they has rights to taking and to making. The real fact of this is exactly like you already received no SUS on demand for the retribution for the recognition because of the judges of the UNASUR and Kirchner's Presidenta de la Argentina. Telling to be. So suddenly, at the real fact of this, is exactly like we never rest, and the damages are so much. And I'm so sorry. Your Honor, Edmond. It's a clear, normal accent, which this have been all through the best ever job. And I bless you so much. You wanted I to set you clear here something. Whenever we speak about criminology, we set clear certain facts that criminology is. The seek of the criminal for the prize, or the one that even whatever the crime committed, there is always a price for the crime. At the opportunistic, there is a crime committed. At the self-defense, there is a price committed, even not being a criminal, but happens. And at the retribution for this class, there is a price committed. The clear fact of this is Asakti Keda Hamat Lakiamba the Sarat Sharamiatima Adak Takretak Gelachalachamain. And there's no change. So shall Aktikat Vedechalama Planefechamain Masai Matek. In la quatre de kivikal sarashama planifa masak dikar de khalach niamala khaman khamani mas la shaymi midia masafesala kedika de khalachinia masashe. Let's put in wide YouTube. And this is nothing to reference killing. About nothing to say and nothing to do, because if there is nothing to get clear about, for the reason of the clear is already given by the same state of conscience of everyone as produced and proceeded to the making what they've done. So suddenly, at the reference for the problem which this brings, the situation is what is the weight of the tell of the announcement, and the involved weight for who is involved and who is part of this. So the reality is who to be the part of and who to making what and how possibly. So once the real clear fact of the involved, who are the involved ones and who to doing about what to the making what they are doing and how the benefit and how the price and how the stimulation for that same mobile and the price themselves at the what to they worth they says to the making what they are doing. So suddenly, clearing for this, criminology establishes that no episode of a crime has the senses of the mental state except the already defined, like the reality of what psychiatry can deliver once understanding neurology. So suddenly, once a crime is committed, the crime is called crime because of there is a conscience and there is an intention for that crime to happen. At the way that happens, at the circumstance, at the complexity, and whoever to be involved, at the real fact of how to proceed it and how to the staging, at the what is the element and nominative clear fact of the actors and the mentors and who are part of, at the reality for this crime to be happening and committed. The manipulation is a very big, strong part, and so much other is a very intention for the making exactly what Masonry have been doing, which we already know and we already have been studying. So once we understand the crime were committed, there is a part action, a part real, which the person is not called psychiatric, but a crime happens while the person is not in state for the care and for the making what the person shall be doing for that crime to not happening. So suddenly there is another class of circumstances, while not called like a crime once a person is psychiatric, criminal is the conscience for the action to word and the conscience to act about that. So criminology establishes how the possible demons to have no part and how the possible at the clear of the demons can be implicated in part of non-responsible or responsibility. Now, once the whole of the instruction for this class of a to happen, what were happening in Israel and what were happening in the US and what were happening all around Europe and attempting against our people is nothing like to saying demons or any class of a very local thing around or any local felony casuals. We are talking about severe crime except for the quote, as normal we know and we recognize. But what at the cases of Gelen and Stachel, we recognize the real crime and attemptings. And we recognize that this were murdering people and making worse. Now, Deklectica Redecham Achtachani and Vaseshavas Vasilam of Medium Kafadacham. So I play the ferry techini and Navaseclatican Navat Basera Halachaini and Ata the Shelua Lam Bat the Cadre de Hibishe De Belatia Masevas Parle Belartas Ingelgina Hale Kamadre Decha de Secale Decha de Vaseshere Decha. And what really came on happening. So at the real of this, we understand nothing to come true for this, once this are making exactly what we recognize. But once we are, in the accent for manipulations, victims, we have problem. So suddenly, better the Hoa Mesesheniga Besalwat Kabati, De Beswati Amaraskelu and the Shavaka Goa Goa Goracha Machanan, Garo, De Lesosheres Motlebise Goat Giam God Abdisema Plebise Sheva. And that is not exactly the Tigat Redech Mochalo as Shevat Span Halachan, but actually the contrary is fact. Now, Gelas Mota Sechalimia Plaves Voda Sech Tigat Redech Hoad Vesesheres Leg Leni Mikad Redech Machadmi and Basrasem Plavisor Tesheresor against Redech Machalgin. Bedlegim Mikad Redech Mechali and Bablevasos Sheret Lavis Matlamentarimak. And that is exactly the fact between. So suddenly there is no crime committed by Eddie Adgar and Janice Bain, and there is no crime committed by no body of justice and states bodies. https www.imdmtcbidrdac icttidliving combak combek combom IRDM ICD Kappa Middlesex Luet P8 14.90 https www.Brian Savala. The strength of a very instinct for the making the best ever notification. Forgive me for this. Notification will be, but it's notification. Notification. With a middle, UION for you to remember. At the best of the days, while justice towards other justice to be done. FDICMTOD, DLD, DMT, DFI, RCMT, ICBI, 8489-9399, CIS Bletov Adbasar DCAB 88653, Middle PPEDI 58.90, F6, the last tools at the system's recall, and F2 works amazing as well. I give it this at this December the 8th, 2016. This is around 2 p.m. here in Buenos Aires. And I give you the best ever regret for the whole of the best wrong. And I'm so sorry. And I send you the best regards for everything and with everything. And I hope we can do something about it at last. I know you have been efforting so much. I know you have been working and making a very ozatic reality all through, while I have been so destroyed, and I'm so sorry for that. I bless you so much, and I beg you please, be safe there, and be with the best ever security, and let's make still this chat to work for something.